that one of the first cell phones ever invented was made in 1973. That seems like a century ago when thinking about what we talk with today compared to back then. With society's technology increasing, smartphones are becoming all the rage, but should they be? Experts are barely providing evidence, but what they show is potentially devastating to our long-term health. Whether you choose to accept them or ignore them is your choice, but hear me out on three major ones. Smartphones are harmful to society's health for three reasons. Smartphones emit harmful radiation, smartphones are made with harmful elements, and overusage of smartphones can cause psychiatric and social problems. For these three reasons, smartphone usage should be cut back, if not redesigned as a whole. First, I will review some studies done on smartphones and three long-term health effects. Smartphones emit harmful radiation. Consumer Reports, a company that presents articles on health and public safety, examines studies done on the effects of cell phone radiation. One study shows an experiment done by investigators from Lund University in Sweden. They reported that laboratory animals exposed to various levels of cell phone radiation for 2 hours under conditions similar to normal human use showed evidence of nerve cell damage. The investigators say that the age of the experimental rats make them comparable with human teenagers, whose brains may be more vulnerable to cell phone radiation. This radiation, produced by not only smartphones, but regular cell phones too, is a harm to our blood-brain barrier, which keeps unwanted toxins out. By talking on your phone, more radiation is allowed to heat up your brain cells to abnormal temperatures, which in turn affects your barrier. Although there are no short-term effects visible yet, just adding together these effects creates an outline for future possibilities. In addition, Lloyd Burrell commits a number of studies in his article, Are Cell Phones Really That Bad for You? Burrell is said to have experienced the negative effects of cell phones firsthand. He states his cell phone use deteriorated his health and now creates articles and videos to help other people who are going through the same thing. In his article, a study from the Medical University of Graz in Austria shows that cell phone use negatively affects sperm quality in men. A similar study in 2009 examines men in the height of their reproductive years and found infertility and the ability to father a healthy baby were compromised by cell phone use. You may be wondering how reproductive systems and cell phones go together. Well, think of where your phone usually is. It's in your pocket, right? This could be the answer to all the mysterious infertility in so many families. An even bigger concern is that cell phones radiation may be associated with cancer. Both World Health Organization and the International Association for Research on Cancer have classified the electromagnetic fields emitted by cell phones as possible carcinogens. Even when cell phones are not in use, they are still putting out these fields. In short, radiation alone from cell phones can cause significant damage to users. Radiation is also shown to affect nerve cells, which surround your brain, as well as your reproductive systems. An even scarier realization is that smartphones can be associated with cancer, which mysteriously has been on the rise. As stated over and over, there are truly harmful effects of cell phones and smartphones. To prove all of these effects are harmful and definitely a possibility, I will examine the elements that are used to make your phones. Smartphones are made with harmful elements. Scott Martin's short journal article explains the hazardous chemicals found inside the infamous Apple Incorporated iPhone earbuds, which are received with every purchase from them. A substance known as phthalate is used to seal the outside covering of the headphones. This substance has been banned from children's toys in Europe due to toxins they release into the air. It is believed that chemical causes interfere with sexual development in young people and can cause reproduction problems in their future, as well as asthma. Similarly, vinyl plastics and brominated flame retardants are used in iPhone itself, which has also been banned from many household products. A study measured the chemical composition of the cell phone's button, case, circuit board components, processors, and screen to find 5 elements as primary: bromine, chlorine, lead, mercury, and 6 secondary elements: chromium, cobalt, nickel, copper, tin, and antimony. While the majority of this topic seems to just say fancy chemistry words, it really shows the dangers lying inside the device. For instance, bromine, which is stated in both of these studies, is corrosive to human tissue and can irritate the eyes and throat. Not to mention the others, we've all heard of mercury and lead poisoning. So with all these compounds in such proximity to your body, how could there not be any health effects? In conclusion, smartphones are made with harmful elements. Overusage of smartphones can cause psychiatric and social problems. Francesca Lopez, an expert in psychological addictions, who carried out an experiment among several hundred young people ranging from 18 to 25, shows this. Mobile addicts tend to neglect obligations of important duties such as jobs and school. Phones can even cause people to drift apart from friends and close family, deny the problem, and think about the mobile phone more constantly when they don't have them with them. Although these seem extreme, we all may be guilty of it. Think of when you're sitting in class and texting or playing Animal Farm. That's what she's talking about. The ability to constantly be connected to people through these phones can cause constant need to feel this way. Francesca says that these people who are addicted to their phones can achieve anxiety by simply turning their phones off, which means increased insomnia and anxiety. These mobile addicts may seem unrealistic, but in reality, we're all guilty of it. If you're a smartphone owner, then you know exactly what it means to not have your phone and be anxious. Along with this growing anxiety, the ratio of texting to speaking is becoming concerning. Teens these days are more likely to send out a text message than even to call or go to a friend's house. That's hindering to the development of major social and speaking skills. Society needs to understand the harmful effects that are happening and to see beyond this little device. Because all in all, benefits do not outweigh the harms that we know it now. This evidence is overwhelming when it comes to the harmful effects of smartphones. From the radiation they give off to the elements involved, which alone can be destructive, and finally the anxiety and social frustration that is evident with the use of this new fad. Society needs to find a better way. With all the technology out there in the world, there is a way to create a safer, greener cell phone. And if not, we could certainly live without them. Just imagine life. With all this information, it is easy to see that smartphones are harmful to society's health because smartphones emit harmful radiation, are made with harmful chemicals, and can cause psychiatric and social problems.